Hi, Amy here, and today I'm going to be sharing the characteristics of an ideal checklist. Checklists are great for creating and selling content quickly and easily, and also growing your subscriber list. So in this particular video, I'm going to share some of the characteristics of creating an ideal checklist so you can make sure that you create one that people will love. So an ideal checklist actually includes a variety of information types. These make it easier for the user to understand exactly what to do and not do. We're talking about things like steps, examples, mistakes, questions, and details. So almost all checklists will include steps in at least some of their sections, so people can see what they need to do to complete and check off the steps. But in many cases, the best checklists aren't simply just lists of steps. They can also provide examples. They can help people make decisions. So for example, this is a home prep and staging checklist if you want to prepare your house for sale. And what I really like about this is that it does include little pictures as well. And so you go through the checklist and then you can also see the visual example. And that makes it really more useful and more valuable to the person who needs to use that information. Another great way that people will want to refer and use to checklists is with mistakes. People want to avoid making mistakes. So providing a list of common mistakes makes it easier for your users to identify them and steer clear. Going back to this, for example, you could have mistakes when growing your tomato garden. For example, I just read something today that said, oh, you shouldn't plant your tomatoes in the same place 2 years in a row because it can lead to root rot. Well, I had no idea about that. So that could be the type of thing you might put on a checklist. Another type of content are questions. This can help your users think more deeply about the topic and make sure that they are doing things the right way or the most effective way. And another great type is details. So this allows people to provide extra information, details, or explanation. So this, for example, this RV departure and dewinterizing, in fact, this is actually something I just did a couple weeks ago, is getting our RV ready for winter. And it's great having some type of checklist like this because you can go through and make sure that everything's done and you don't forget anything. So having visuals is something that can be really helpful, as I mentioned with the home staging checklists. So not every checklist might include visuals because you don't have tons of room. But if you combine checklists with visuals into more of an infographic style, it can be very helpful. So this is one about cleaning the apartment for younger people who are, moving into their own apartment, how often they're supposed to be doing this. So if you'd like to learn more about the different types of checklists and what types of content to create on your checklist, you'll want to check out my Checklist Profits training. This is a really in-depth training that can help you create this type of content that you can sell over and over again, and you can find the link down below.